Hello, amiibros. This is Jason of games.I. So why am I pointing at my original Xbox? Well, it's because I'm going to be doing a collection video. Now, I have not done one of these in a little while. Last time I did this was for a PS4 collection for Aaron Fazbear. And now that I have my own PS4, I guess I can do my own. But I'm not going to do one since I don't have enough PS4 games to make a collection video. So yeah, here's my original Xbox that I have. I have 3 controllers with it. It goes up here with my GameCube. And yeah, what are my thoughts on the original Xbox? Well, you can tell right here, these are all the games I have on the original Xbox. So yeah, I guess you could say I don't know if I could say it's my favorite 6th generation console because look at the amount of games I have. But about half of these games I probably haven't even sunk time into. There's probably some that I have, and there's only two that I've beaten. But yeah, I guess the original Xbox is my favorite 6th generation console. Yeah, I like it more than the GameCube, and I'm not sure about my thoughts on the PS2, and I don't have a Dreamcast, so I can't really say my thoughts on the Dreamcast. So yeah, here's my original Xbox, and then here's all my games that I got, and I have a total of 55 games. Yeah, that seems like a pretty modest amount for an original Xbox collector, because that's where my original Xbox games go. Yeah, it's a mess down there, I know. Man, there's my GameCube games up there and some of my Wii games. But yeah, enough rambling. So now, let's start. Okay, so now, let's begin. And also, welcome to 2018, people. It's my first video of 2018, so why not just do a collection? Yeah. So, first game is an essential game for any Xbox branded thing, period. Halo Combat Evolved. Now, don't kill me for saying this. I have never played Halo CE. I know, that's like a sin because I've never played Halo. I'm sorry, it's just I have a really big backlog because of the amount of games that I have. So, it's Halo. What can I say about Halo? And yeah, it's platinum hits. Don't really care. But I have played this one, Halo 2. You know, the game that pretty much made everyone want to get an original Xbox. Now, the best game on the system, obviously. This is the Xbox is pretty much like the system that people can agree on that people can agree has the best game, which is Halo 2. Alright, so next game, Far Cry Instincts. Haven't played this game at all. I played a little bit of Halo 2. Or at least I could say that. Far Cry Instincts, I haven't played much of this. I know Far Cry 5 is coming out in March of this year, but I don't know. Maybe I'll start playing this and try playing some Far Cry. Get into Far Cry before Far Cry 5 comes out. And then another essential game, Fable: The Lost Chapters. Again, I still have not played this game, but I should get into it at some point. But again, my backlog is really big. Okay, now we're gonna get into games that aren't as essential. So, Lord of the Rings: Fellowship of the Ring, another game that I still haven't even played. I have seen gameplay of it, and it just looks like some sort of adventure game in the Lord of the Rings. As join the quest to destroy the One Ring. Even though this is, you can see, the Fellowship of the Ring, so that doesn't happen until, Return of the King. Next game, Crimson Skies: High Road to Revenge, the not for resale one. I have played some of this. I mostly this I got from Aaron Fazbear because you can see this hole right here. It's not even from my dogs. It's from his late dog, from his own dog that passed away a few years ago. That's probably why. But yeah, Crimson Skies is a fun game. It's basically like Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the Xbox, which I guess that's what it is. It's dashing heroes, dangerous dames, and deadly dogfights. Because look at this guy, he wants to be a hero. And I haven't even played the game itself. I played the demo of Voodoo Vince on it. I think more than actually playing Crimson Skies. Now I do want to actually play Crimson Skies. It's just I don't know. Maybe it's because of Voodoo Vince. No, it's actually because I'm stuck in the second mission. I think that's why. So then Pocket Bike Racer. One of these 3 Burger King games. I have another one coming up. I don't have the last one of the 3. It's another one of those things a friend gave to me, so haven't played this one. I've played the other one. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's because Burger King was a racing game. I have no idea. Doom 3. This one I just got recently. If you watch my really long 12 haul video, you can see that this was one of the 3 Xbox games that I got. It looks fun because it's like survival horror Doom. That's because it says back here, one of the scariest games ever made. I don't know how you can make Doom scary because it's kind of like Wolfenstein. You can't really because with Wolfenstein you can not take it seriously. But I said some things. And then with Doom 3, I have no idea. I haven't even played the game yet, so don't really know what to think about it. Sneakers. If you watch my 10th haul video, I got this. And, I got it because it was a Toys R Us exclusive, and I didn't know, how rare it actually was, because it was only $5. So I have no idea if it actually is a rare game. So, and it probably isn't. And I haven't played the game ever since I actually got it, and I don't know why. It's just because look at it, it's so cute. Look at this mouse. He has his own sneakers because it's called sneakers, and he's a mouse, and they sneak all over the place because they're mice. They want to get their food back from those pesky rats. Okay, now, so this one is actually a game that I would actually recommend for the original Xbox. It's a very underrated game. And Blink's the Time Sweeper. Now, I don't have its sequel. I don't have Blinks 2, but I like it because I like the time mechanics of it because of the, recording, fast forwarding, rewinding, pausing, using slow motion. All that just would work well with a game like this because basically every mission is just defeat all the enemies. But yeah, it can get repetitive, but yeah, it's pretty fun. And I'm surprised that Microsoft didn't do anything like this. This should be like a Blinks 3 on the Xbox One, but Microsoft had to do it with Super Lucky's Tale for the Xbox One, have a platformer. But yeah, I would say that this one is actually one of my favorite games on the original Xbox, and it actually is not really hidden gem because Microsoft gave it a sequel, but I wish this series would come back. Come on, Microsoft. All right, next is so it's Splinter Cell, Pandora Tomorrow, and Splinter Cell Chaos Theory Limited Collector's Edition. I haven't really gotten into the Splinter Cell games. Probably, I think it's because I'm not used to the controls, and I'm not very big into. I haven't played a lot of stealth games, so I have tried a little bit of the first Splinter Cell just to get an idea of it. I'm still in the first mission though. Pandora Tomorrow, I played a little bit of the first mission as well, and then Chaos Theory, I haven't really even touched. But I only got Chaos Theory probably because of the Steelbook. I mean, look at it, Sam Fisher's goggles. And even it still has the original $59.99 sticker from Movie Gallery. But yeah, I should really give these games a shot because it's a great series and it's maybe Ubisoft should continue have another Splinter Cell game for this generation, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC, because there's been a Splinter Cell game since Blacklist. Sonic Heroes! Yeah, Sonic Heroes, the only Sonic game I have for the 6th generation. I don't have Shadow the Hedgehog yet. Don't know if I ever will, because, where's that damn 4th Chaos Ever? No. So, yeah, Sonic Heroes. I've gotten a little bit. I've actually sunk some time into this game. It's a good game, and it's just like with Sonic Forces. It's such a mixed. People are so mixed on this game and Sonic Forces. But I would say this game is like on par with Forces. And yeah, well, I haven't finished this game. I if you saw my if you go to my Let's Play, I finished Forces. But yeah, but the team mechanics are a cool idea. You know, join the team because the Team Sonic, Team Dark, Team Chaotix, and Team Rose, and they're all different in their own way, even though they seem pretty similar. But yeah, I just want to get some more like 6th generation Sonic stuff, like Sonic Adventure DX and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and Shadow the Hedgehog, and I guess the Mega Collections. Brute Force. This is a squad-based shooter. It's like Ghost Recon, and I actually prefer this over Ghost Recon because I think I'm only on the 3rd mission, so I haven't really I've sunk some time into it. But it's actually, I think for me it's easier to grasp compared to Ghost Recon because I haven't gotten far on Ghost Recon at all. The furthest I've gone is the original Ghost Recon. I'm in the 3rd mission, I think. Yeah, I think like because with all of these characters, they're all different in some way. Sorry, I'm not a critic, so. But it's cool. I think this is why I like the original Xbox so much. There's just so many of these like exclusive games that never came to the 360 or the Xbox One. And that they're only on Xbox. Because this game never got a sequel. Which is, I guess, why I like it more than, like, Ghost Recon. Because it's its own thing. The story is kind of like just like this cliche thing where, like, I don't know. I really follow the story. But I can definitely say that it is, like, another, like, good game for the original Xbox. I guess an underrated game because no one really talks about it. A lot of people don't talk about it. Major League Baseball 2K5 sports game. What do you think it is? Well, this one actually I got from Aaron Fazbear yet again. But yeah, really for me, whenever he came over, I just pretended to be the announcer for some stupid reason because I think I was like the voice of an announcer, like, hey, I can really do something like that. But yeah, MLB 2K5. Who cares? It's a sports game. Next, The Simpsons Road Rage. This game is basically a Crazy Taxi, and Electronic Arts actually got sued by Sega for it being too similar to Crazy Taxi, which is a really interesting fact, I guess, because some people probably wouldn't know that. But this game, it basically is Crazy Taxi. I think it even has all the modes from Crazy Taxi, so. Yeah, but you can play a Simpsons character. It's actually one of the better Simpsons games. But I know, I've heard the Simpsons Hit and Run is a better game. But it's fun, even though it's a bit similar to Crazy Taxi. Project Gotham Racing. This is the only Platinum Hits game one of the few Platinum games. No, I don't really have any games like Platinum games, but Project Gotham Racing, Platinum Hits. So I haven't really gotten into this series. This is actually like one of the few like series that actually made it to the 360, but I never made it past the 360. Like, there's no Project Gotham Racing 5. I'm guessing that this series was like Gran Turismo because I haven't tried it out yet. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about these games because I haven't played it, like, really sunk my time into them. But what's really interesting is that, look what I did to the disc. There was a sticker on the disc, okay? I wanted to peel it off, and I didn't know it was going to peel off the artwork, and now I have a hideous-looking disc. So, sorry, it's just, I want to try these games out. I want to get a 360 to maybe try Project Gotham Racing 3 and 4. Or maybe get into Forza, I don't know. Pinball Hall of Fame, the Gottlieb Collection. And like I said, this game I got because I'm nostalgic for it. Because I had this game on the PS2, and then the disc stopped working, so I got this Xbox version. And yeah, I think it's because I like pinball. Even though I'm not really that great at pinball whatsoever. But this has like some Gottlieb pinball tables. I don't know if it has all of them, because I'm no pinball enthusiast. So it has Ace High, Central Park, Big Shot, Genie, Black Hole, Victory, and Teed Off. I'm not sure which one of those is my favorite. Maybe I think Black Hole is, or Genie probably. But you should try it out if you're into pinball like I am. Like I want to get the Williams collection. Alright, next is World Championship Poker. It's poker. Don't really have anything to say about it. Has online. That doesn't work anymore. Like a lot of these Xbox games. But I don't even know how to play poker, so I don't even know how I'm gonna do that. AMF Bowling 2004. I think this is probably like one of the few games I actually regret buying. I don't know. I wouldn't say regret it because I haven't really played it yet with these guys, Mud Duck with Zenimax, because I don't know, Bethesda wanted to make a bowling game for casual Xbox players. I don't know. There's not really a lot of content with this game. You know, just like Friday Night at the Lanes. Are you sure? Because I haven't really played the game and it doesn't seem very realistic. Like Wii Sports Bowling, or maybe even something like Strike Force Bowling. I don't know. Maybe I just need to give it a second chance. Pac-Man World 2. This is a Pac-Man platformer. Now I have the first Pac-Man World on the PS1, and I used to have the Game Boy Advance version, but it was stolen, I think, or I lost it. But this game's actually pretty good. It's basically like you know, a normal level by level 3D platformer. But it's not like it's not linear platformer like Crash Bandicoot, but it's not open world like Mario. It's definitely like a game that not a lot of people talk about, because when you think of Pac-Man, you only think of the arcade game and practically nothing else. Like the world games or the Ghostly Adventures or practically anything else. Outlaw Golf, another game that I haven't barely even touched. And it says in the back here, you know, stuff that great golf, bad attitude. I have no idea what that even means. Like, if you do bad, do you actually like, perform better, or because you get angry? I don't know. And what I found interesting is that Steve Carell is the commentator. You know, Gru from Despicable Me and from 40-Year-Old Virgin. But yeah, I should definitely give that game, put some time into that game, see what it's like. Alright, next. Oddworld Munch's Odyssey. One of 2 games on the original Xbox that I've actually beaten. And yeah, it's another game that I find pretty underrated, because not a lot of people really like Munch's Odyssey because of it's a 3D game. It's 3D, and it just took away a lot of the challenge and charm of the PS1 games. But I definitely like it because I don't know, like I can't say that the level design is repetitive. I can definitely say that. But I can see that it is a good game. Like graphically, it looks great for the original Xbox. This was a launch game for the original Xbox. Yeah, 2001. Even though you can't see it, it says 2001. I'm sure you would already know that. But definitely one of the better launch titles for the original Xbox, if you don't count Halo, because Halo, everyone say is the best one. But Munch's Odyssey is definitely a good game. It's not flawless, but I could definitely see that it's a good game. You know, I could say that with like a lot of games, like that I would like. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Alright, one that actually people like more: Oddworld: Stranger's Wrath. EA, when you actually had your mind, you actually put out some good stuff. I don't even know why EA is even attached to this game, to Oddworld. This is the only game that they actually published. I don't know, it's because something with Oddworld Inhabitants. But yeah, it's pretty good game. Like fun game. It's you know, you're in the Wild West, and you're just hunting down. You're this awesome bounty hunter named Stranger. See, he's a boss because he uses a crossbow, and he's He's just a cool guy. So the game is basically a first person shooter, but I guess it's kind of like it's basically like hunting down bosses and characters. I've sunk some time into it, so you can say that at least a game that I've actually put some time into. Is just I need to get back into it. Sudeki. Now, like I said in my 11th haul video, I did not get, well, if you go to my channel and watch my 11th haul video, I did not get it for this, obviously, because I'm not a weirdo. But I've still put some time, I've actually put some time into this game. It's an action RPG, and it's actually pretty fun. I've gotten a little bit into the story, but the story is alright. But it sounds like Xbox, like another one of these games that never came to the 360 or never got a sequel. I don't know, maybe it's because of poor sales. I don't know, because it says that the game was released in 2004, so I don't know how close it was to Halo 2's launch. So I don't know. It's another one of those like underrated games. I guess it's kind of like Final Fantasy. Like, but it's like action based. And then next, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. You know, like SpongeBob, a good SpongeBob game. Not like the SpongeBob Hero Pants, I guess, from a few years ago. And yeah, this is basically Banjo-Kazooie or Mario. Well, from what I've heard, it's like Banjo-Kazooie and Mario 64 with because it's a collectathon platformer. And this is the other game that I've actually beaten on the original Xbox. I beat it just a few days ago. And it's a pretty fun game. I got I think 79 golden spatulas before I reached the end of when I got to the end of the game. And yeah, it has some of that like SpongeBob humor stuff. Like if you watch the first few seasons, like practically every SpongeBob fan does, is like there's some cool callbacks to those first 3 seasons, like King Neptune and the jellyfish with King Jellyfish, even though he doesn't put on football gear in the game. But yeah, it's basically like some cool fan service to the first 3 seasons of the show, because why would I get it if I'm not a SpongeBob fan? Because I am. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. This game is basically Battle for Bikini Bottom, but it's more I guess it's based off a movie. Obviously, why wouldn't it be? Because it's this movie. It's based on a movie. And from what I've heard, it's one of the best licensed games because it's based on a movie and it's actually good. Because it used Battle for Bikini Bottom's formula. But it's not like open world, because it's like level by level platformer. And it basically takes the entire plot of the movie. But what I guess I don't like about the game is how it doesn't use the movie's audio for the cutscenes. The cutscenes are shown in a slideshow. Because the voice actors recorded different lines compared to the movie, and the narrator is shown more often. Okay, so now we're going on to my second pile of Xbox games. Tony Hawk's Underground 2. It's Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk's Underground, because this is when Tony Hawk was good for, the guys who made Pro Skater 5 wanted just basically killed the franchise, and we probably will never get Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 6 or Underground 3 or practically anything else. But Tony Hawk's Underground 2, it's basically like every other Tony Hawk game that isn't Ride or Shred, because those games are awful. Because from what I've heard, those games are awful. And yeah, I think this is like the best Tony Hawk game since. Well, I'm the best at it. I'm not saying I'm like perfect, because I'm pretty much like novice level with Underground 2. Well, like any Tony Hawk game. Right. X-Men Legends, another game I just got recently. It's a beat 'em up where you play as a bunch of X-Men characters. Well, right now I'm just playing as Wolverine and I'm just chasing down Mystique. But another pretty good game, pretty good beat 'em up, 3D beat 'em up. And what I found interesting in here is, let me just take out the manual. As I found these cards in here from the 90s. I think it says in the back here. So there's one for Mystique and one for Rogue. And then, yeah, it's, right here it says 1997. And Mystique's, what does it say? 1994. And then this card for Xavier's School from, 1993. But yeah, these are, I just randomly found these in here before I left. So I got, yeah, Rogue, Mystique, and then this one for Xavier's School. These probably didn't even come with the game initially, so I don't know. Just something cool to have, and then the disc, obviously. .007 Agent Under Fire, and 007 From Russia with Love. I have another one coming. Wait, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. This is, if you watch my channel, there's like a lot of interruptions during my videos. But yeah, 007 Agent Under Fire and 007 From Russia with Love. There's gonna be another 007 game coming in a little bit, I guess. So, I like the 007 games. I've never played GoldenEye and 007 on the N64. Again, well, because I don't have an N64. But when EA actually had EA actually had an idea of what they were doing, they put out some good stuff like these games, right? Because I think EA got the license after EA got the 007 license after Nintendo finished with Rare finished with GoldenEye, I think, and then they started putting out some actually pretty good 007 games from what I've heard. Agent Under Fire is pretty fun, but the controls are really weird because you only can move up and down, and then it's basically tank controls, and it's kind of awkward to play. And I'm stuck in the third mission because it's one of the car levels and can't figure out how to get to the guy. And then for Russia with Love is actually my favorite out of these 007 games. I'm sure it'll change once I get GoldenEye. But yeah, because you can see Sean Connery as Bond. James Bond, and the only game that's actually based on one movie. And it's actually cool because Sean Connery did voice work for this movie, and this was his only video game, the only video game he ever had any work in doing. So you enter the world of classic James Bond. So it's James Bond with Connery's Bond is with his tuxedo. Pretty fun game. It's a third person, it's a third person shooter. It's not like it's not first person like GoldenEye, but it's not first person like Agent Under Fire. Zurich, Rise of Parathea. A game that I put some time into. It's basically like, I guess, a platformer with some RPG elements. I have no idea because I have barely even played the game. Well, I've gotten I've made some progress in the game, but not a lot. See, an apprentice without a master. That doesn't really say much because story is to get all the elements back and stop the bad guy. And I think this was a launch game. I think this game is also a launch game for the system. I don't know, but I don't really know everything about that game because the Wikipedia page really doesn't really say a lot. Star Wars Clone Wars and Tetris Worlds. The only dual pack that I have. 2 games on 1 disc. And then 2 manuals right here. There's the one for Star Wars Clone Wars, and here's the one for Tetris Worlds. And then back here is a free 2-month trial for Xbox Live. And it says it was valid through October 1st, 2003 to March 31st, 2004. Imagine if we would go back to that time where I could actually play these games. Now, Tetris World is just basically Tetris with some cool other modes. And then Star Wars Clone Wars is actually a pretty good Star Wars game. And with vehicle combat. Definitely need to get back into this game because that's a pretty good Star Wars game. Big Bumpin'. This is the Burger King game that I've actually played. I've played a little bit of it. It's basically air hockey with this weird dude right here. You know, the Burger King. With him staring at you with this stupid grin on his face. And it's, again, just like with the Pocket Bike Racer, includes 360 and original Xbox version on the same disc. I don't know, you probably wouldn't even know about these games if you don't eat at Burger King. But it's a weird game, but pretty fun. It's actually not that bad. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's like, I guess, decent. Right. Nightcaster, Defeat the Darkness. I think this is like another like launch window type of Xbox game. So I think this game did get a sequel, but it wasn't made by Microsoft. It didn't have Microsoft involved. And it's basically like, I guess, an beat 'em up. No, not beat 'em up. RPG. I don't know. I really don't know. It's a game I haven't really played a lot of yet again. You see how big my backlog is for the original Xbox? And there's a lot of games I really need to get back into. Alright, NHL 2005, who cares? Need for Speed Underground 2. Another game that, again, I've barely scratched the surface on. I think I've played more of the demo of Burnout 3 Takedown that's on the disc more than the game itself, because it's a open world Need for Speed, kind of like with Need for Speed Undercover on the Wii. And yeah, it says it includes a demo of Burnout 3 Takedown on it, which, you know, is a fun game. Alright, MVP Baseball 2 2005. Who cares? Now, seriously, I actually got these two games over here for free. I'm not kidding. I can prove to you. They're both free. These were just laying on a shelf with a bunch of Xbox games, and I decided, hey, why not? They're free. But yeah, they're still sports games, so I'm not gonna pay any attention to them, or probably never play. I have no idea if I ever will play them. Alright, Star Wars Starfighter Special Edition and Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. Ugh, stupid sticker. Now, I've played a bit of Star Wars Starfighter. I used to have the PS2 version, but it stopped working, so I got Starfighter, and it says Special Edition, and it says on the back what the differences are, I think. No, it says right here, includes new 2-player modes, bonus missions, and enhanced graphics. I don't know how different the game looks on the Xbox compared to the PS2, because I'm not a graphics guy. Like, oh look, this looks too ugly. This is going at 10 frames per second. Ugh. You know, I'm not one of those tech guys. And yeah, it's actually a pretty good game. I think it's like another like launch game for the Xbox, and the Jedi Starfighter because episode 2 was coming out. It's that force powered, and there's Jedi. I think Obi-Wan ship from the movie. But yeah, fun games, flying games. Yeah, it stars like a lot of flying games because of Rogue Squadron and those games, and some of Clone Wars. All right, next. Midway Arcade Treasures 2 and Midway Arcade Treasures 3. Now, Midway Arcade compilations. Let's see. Let me see if I can show you what games are on them. So here is right there. Sorry, my camera didn't focus. So you can see the games right there. I'm not gonna read through all of them because this video is starting to get long. And then other ones right here. Yeah, fun games. You know, because they're arcade compilations, and you gotta have fun with those, because why would you not get them? Because for classic arcade. Because it's classic arcade. Alright, Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. The only Metal Gear Solid for the original Xbox. I don't know why Metal Gear Solid 3 didn't come to the console, but for some reason Konami decided, hey, let's put Metal Gear Solid 2 on the Xbox. And I'll put 3 on there. Because when Konami actually had their mind, and what they were doing as a game company. I guess, well, they gave Xbox fans some Metal Gear goodness, even though it's the only one in the original Xbox. But yeah, it's basically the PS2 version of Substance, and this version actually came before the PS2 version. Yeah, it's it's Metal Gear Solid 2 with all of the extra content. It's a fun game. I'm stuck in, I think, the middle of the story, so game I've put some time into, but I have not close to beating. Alright, Mech Assault and Mech Assault 2, Lone Wolf. Now, the Mech Assault is the first game I ever got on the original Xbox. And it's a cool mech game. It's definitely a hidden gem on the original Xbox. It's not like Steel Battalion, because you don't have that humongous controller for perfect immersion, but it's still a fun game. And it had this Xbox Game of the Year sticker on it by GameSpot. And then Mech Assault 2 is also a pretty good game. Fixes some of the flaws of the original, like in the original, where regardless of where you are in the mission and you die, you go all the way back to the beginning of the mission, which is what I like about Mech Assault 2. And there's more stuff with more stuff in Mech Assault 2. Lego Star Wars. You know, the first of all these Lego games, and it started this thing of a bunch of Lego games based on licensed properties. You know, it's I guess a sort of modern classic. But what I did find interesting in here is another game that has something interesting inside it, is the original receipt from when it was purchased. It was purchased from EB Games, which I think used to be GameStop. I know I've heard it still is in Canada, but as EB Games. It says that this game was purchased. I don't know if you can see. It was purchased on August 6th, 2005. That's just cool. I want to say when it was originally $40. Again, inflation has risen to the top, because now I have an old game from 2005 for a few dollars now. Now it's just basically like every other Lego game. It's just and this game actually made the prequels good. That's kind of sad if you think about it. A Lego video game did the Star Wars stories better than the movies themselves. Loons: The Fight for Fame. This one is basically like a Dreamcast game called Power Stone, and it's a 3D fighting game, and where you play as Daffy, Taz, Sylvester, and Bugs Bunny in an arena based on a classic movie, and it's pretty fun game. This game I got because Aaron Fazbear recommended it to me, and pretty fun game, and so it's exclusive to the original Xbox, even though it doesn't say it, but I'd recommend it. It's a pretty fun game. I don't know why it never got another Looney Tunes game like that. Jade Empire Limited Edition, and my first BioWare game, and I guess this was a good place to start, even though I never started with Mass Effect or Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Now, I do want to get Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It's just backlog stuff. Now, I have sunk some time into Jade Empire. It's a BioWare RPG. And I guess this game got me interested in BioWare, because I got Mass Effect Andromeda. Even though people hate Mass Effect Andromeda, I like it to some extent. The story is... I don't even think that the choices even matter in Mass Effect Andromeda, but we're not talking about Mass Effect Andromeda, we're talking about Jade Empire, the limited edition. I didn't get Mech Assault 2's limited edition for some stupid reason or another. So, inside, here's the disc for the game, and here's the other disc, which has all the bonus stuff, and has some sort of monk DLC on the disc, which I guess would go into the game itself. And yeah, Definitely need to play some more of it. It's more of like a talkie game. It's more about the dialogue than the combat. Because I think with Mass Effect Andromeda, it's more about combat, I guess, more than the dialogue, because the story isn't the best. Alright, GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Now here's that other was 007 game that I got. Now this one I haven't played a lot because the thing I don't like about this game is that the controls feel stiff. Well, James Bond feels stiff from trying to control, cause like and it's weird. It's not like tank controls like Agent Under Fire, but it's a good first person shooter. I don't think it's awful like some people say. Like, you know, this is one of the worst James Bond games. Like, it's good, it's decent. Yeah, why save the world when you can rule it? So and it has this cool holographic sticker on it. All right, next I have some Tom Clancy. Some Tom Clancy stuff I got. The only thing related to the first Ghost Recon, I got Ghost Recon Island Thunder. This game basically is the original Ghost Recon, just an expansion only for the original Xbox, and I think PC. So yeah, it's just Ghost Recon set in Cuba. That is pretty much it. And then I have Ghost Recon 2 and Ghost Recon 2 Summit Strike. Now, for some reason, I get thing I don't like about Ghost Recon 2, both of them, is that they're hard games, and I'm not really into like squad based tactic shooters. I mean, I like I was a brute force because it was easier to grasp, but these two are like hard because if you die in Ghost Recon Island Thunder, you just get back up. But with Ghost Recon 2, regardless of where you are in the mission, you go back to the beginning or to your last save. Which is what I think that's why I haven't played these that much. I want to get the GameCube version of the original Ghost Recon 2 because I think it's a different setup compared to the Xbox version. But yeah, I definitely need to practice more in these games. That's for sure. All right, so last two games. So the first one out of the last two is Dr. Muto, which is a 3D platformer with this mad doctor who destroys the world. It must make a new world, and it's Midway, so I guess it's something, all right. So it's basically kind of like Ratchet and Clank, but I guess the closest thing to this is like Ratchet and Clank. And yeah, this was like this is a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game because I love me a good 3D platformer, and that's pretty good 3D platformer. It's not the best 3D platformer, but it's a pretty good one. All right, last game is ATV Quad Power Racing 2. Now, I think if you watch my 12th haul video, or if you go to my channel, I think I was pretty wrong about this. I don't think there's a PS1 version of this game. I could be entirely wrong, but I don't know. But it's one of those ATV racing games. It's kind of like ATV Off-Road Fury on the PS2 and probably a bunch of other games. But it's another game that I got recently, so I haven't really put that much time into it. So yeah, that's my original Xbox collection, and I guess it just puts those there because they were Xbox games. So yeah, that is my entire original Xbox collection, and there's probably gonna be more collection videos on the way. So thank you all for watching the video, and please comment, like, and subscribe. And next collection video is probably going to be my GameCube collection or my Wii U collection. I'm not gonna be doing like all of my collections since some of my collections are bigger than others. Well, this is my biggest one, but yeah, don't really have much else to talk about. So shock the world and us, amiibros. Goodbye.